Is it going?
It is.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey everybody, you can tell we're live. I'm here with my friend Seth. Seth, thanks so much for doing this. We are starting an amazing Solare live cooking class. As you know, the subject today, or I hope you know, is the famous dessert from Italy called tiramisu. Chef Filippo, as he describes the kit that I know many of you have, he's going to talk a little bit about the history of tiramisu, which is actually a pretty short history. He's going to give his version, because just so you know, every Italian has their own version of where tiramisu came from. But we're going to hear from Chef Filippo. But hopefully everybody has their kits out. A lot of people grabbed their kits this time. This is all the information that you're going to have, plus more. The key thing is that you have all of the items ready. You want to have a KitchenAid if you can, a little strainer, a stainless steel bowls, pastry spatula, a little bit of food wrap, and then some spoons. That's really all you need. We give you everything else that was in your kit. Chef Filippo is now going to talk a little bit about that cooking kit, and then he's going to describe how you're going to use it throughout the class. But the exciting thing is when you're done, you have tiramisu for a whole bunch of people. The other thing I just want to highlight is we are doing cooking with wine. This is the wine that we actually recommend with the tiramisu. It's a delicious Moscato. It's a Moscato d'Asti. D'Asti is the name of a city in Piemonte. Moscato is the grape varietal. Moscato is found all over the world. It comes from Italy. It's found all over Italy also. But probably the best examples of Moscato come from Piemonte. So Moscato d'Asti would be Moscato from the area of Asti. It's delicious. Chef, would you like to try a little bit as we get started with the class?
Of course.
The nice thing about Moscato, I'm just going to say a couple more words and then we're going to get started. The reason why people like Moscato is it has a little bit of effervescence, not a sparkling wine, but a little bit of effervescence, which is nice. It's a little bit on the sweet side, so it's kind of fun, like for example right now at 11 o'clock in the morning. And then it also has a very low alcohol level. It only has 5% alcohol. And so if you want to get together with your friends, enjoy some wine, but you have a lot to do, you don't want it to be too much alcohol, this is a great bottle to do. Let us know if you'd like any recommended pairing with the tiramisu. I believe almost all of you that got the kit got the Moscato also. Okay, let me pass it off to Chef Filippo. He's going to talk all about the kit and what everybody should be doing now to get ready. And thank you, Seth.
Take out the lid, which I already did, and that's the kit we send it to you. So we have a lot of coffee. This coffee is made out of a moka. That's the traditional way we do tiramisu.
That is a lot of coffee. So that coffee is going to go into how many portions of tiramisu?
Oh, we're going to make an half sheet, which is included on your kit.
Yep.
Is this little guy. And so take out everything. Let's start.
Yeah, if you would take a moment to describe the kit, just so everybody is familiar with all the ingredients.
Yes.
And for those of you that haven't gotten a kit yet, this will help you when you do get your kit.
So let's get back.
Yeah.
Coffee. Set it aside.
Perfect.
It's already cooled down. If you do yourself or you want to use espresso, let it cool down. I'll explain you why later on.
Perfect.
Then we have half kilo, 500 gram of mascarpone cheese.
Ooh.
Okay. That's very important to be the right one. And you have to check if you buy your own and you don't have the kit from Solare that has at least 45% grease content. So
45% grease content?
Yep, you see, it's kind of thick.
Yeah, it smells great, FYI. Okay, so you get all of this great mascarpone cheese, which is super good.
Then I include the right quantity of Savoiardi. Mascarpone cheese can be, tiramisu can be done with other kind of biscuits. There is pavesini, is very popular in Italy. Let's unpack those. Savoiardi give a more fluffy consistency on the pavesini.
Perfect.
Which we do sometimes use pavesini because we like to do our own.
Yeah. Yeah, we typically make our own here, but for the cooking class, this was a lot easier to do. And then when he's done here, he'll show everything else that's in the cooking, in the kit that you get. If you haven't gotten one of our kits yet, it's something I highly recommend. It's a lot of fun to do. You can also just use the kit after the class. Just go back and watch the video. As you know, I post this on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, so we do it all here at Solare.
Now we have another important part of our recipe. The sheet says 5 eggs. Yesterday, while I was preparing the kit, included 6 because I noticed that they're really small. And that's happen when you have great eggs. That's we buy from Eben-Haezer, and is a very good source. We're really happy with them. Sometimes eggs are smaller, sometimes are bigger, and you have to actually weight the egg if you want to be really precise, especially while you're dealing with recipe in the pastry department.
Yep. So just to give a shout out, so this egg ranch is in Escondido, Ramona area, the Eben-Haezer ranch we've worked with for years. They are all, not only are they organic, but they also free range. So they have about 9-10 acres that they let the chickens run around on. If you'd ever like for us to get some eggs for you, let us know. We have people to come by every week and grab a dozen or so eggs from us.
So, still, get back to the kit. We have the sugar is weighted and is unpacked. The sugar is a granulated sugar, so that's gonna be easy to dissolve, and some cocoa powder to add a layer of bitterness to our tiramisu. That's the last touch.
Very nice.
So let's get started.
And just so you know, Chef, we have Paula on our team joining. Paula, thanks for dialing in.
Ciao, Paula.
Hopefully you're with your 2 amazing children.
Okay, that's not needed actually. I want to make a little twist here and put some film underneath our pan. If you have it at home, do the same.
A little bit of food wrap.
Yes, because I want to flip it afterward.
Okay, and this will make it easier.
And make expose.
Okay, seems like a good trick.
You can just eat it from the pan. Is totally fine.
Okay.
Okay, let's separate the egg. Need 2 bowls, and I use a third one, a small one. So if you break the yolk, you don't have to throw away the whole thing, but just the little one.
Yeah, makes sense.
So sometimes the yolk breaks.
And if it breaks, is that a big deal?
If it goes on the white, yes, because it's not gonna serve the purpose anymore. If some yolk goes in the white, it makes almost impossible to make the emulsion with the air. So I have our egg white foam.
So the short story is, if you get the yolk in there, you got to start again.
If you do all at once, yes, but with this little trick, you have 1 egg waste.
Yep. That way, if it goes in here, you'll just use it. You'll make a scrambled egg or whatever. So everybody should be cracking their eggs right now.
Or just watch and then go back and watch it again while you're doing, so you have a better understanding. There you go. And last one.
As you can see with our Solare Live cooking classes, we go through all the steps. We don't have anything prepared in advance because we want us all to be doing the same thing. because most of you watching have a kit.
And there is a high percentage of failure then.
Yeah, okay. There's no chance.
So
Be
you
easier
have
for you if
your
it was all done.
KitchenAid ready.
Okay.
Now,
and if they don't have a KitchenAid, what should they be doing?
If they don't, they should have one of these and beating.
Okay, perfect.
So now what I like to do is divide the sugar in 3.
That coffee looks great. I had 1 cup today, but that was it. I'm feeling like I should have had a second one right now.
We do it as soon as we're done with the class. This might get a little bit mess. Okay. I'm gonna dissolve a little bit of sugar here and divide half and half.
Interesting. So basically,
a
third, or?
Oh, just a little bit on the sugar. But if you like more sweetness, as you know, I don't like dessert very crazy on the sugar side. So you might want to add some sugar. That's a personal preference.
Okay.
So now.
So right now you just have the egg white with the sugar in here.
Yes.
Okay. Everybody at home, egg white with the sugar in your mixer if you have one. In case you're interested, we just recently bought this brand new KitchenAid. We go through mixers pretty often, as you can imagine. Yeah, somebody asked about the, the instructions say, the instructions say 5 eggs, but we actually gave 6, and the reason was Chef Filippo felt that 1 more would be useful. You can see the level of the consistency that we're getting. Oh, thanks, Kara, for answering the question also. Yep, 6 eggs in this one. If they were bigger, we would have done 5. And as Chef mentioned, which is really key, if you do baking with pastry or desserts, the exact quantity is really important. So his recommendation is you actually weigh the eggs. And so you want a recipe that gives you the weight of eggs.
I actually didn't include any weight
of
eggs.
Absolutely.
But an average egg should be 80 grams.
Boy, it smells great. I can't wait till they have the technology that we can transfer the aromas from the kitchen on these video calls. But everybody with their kits, they should have also ready the bowl with the egg yolks and the sugar.
Yep.
You have your coffee ready with a little bit of sugar in it.
I'm actually having 2 bowls, so I'm going ahead and with it here. If you don't, as soon as you finish with your white, you wash your bowl, transfer the white on a mixing bowl, and wash and dry up your bowl very, very carefully. That's important.
So if you only have 1 bowl for the mixer, once you take out the mixture of the egg white and the sugar, you really wash the bowl out before you put in the egg yolk.
So you might want to show the consistency. That's the egg white consistency. That is getting thicker and thicker.
Oh yeah.
We want it really firm, so our tiramisu stays in form. Let's see, where are we?
Yeah, don't move it too fast so people get a feeling for the consistency. Yeah, that looks great. It smells great too.
That's the way
nice.
you find out if it's firm enough.
Yeah, and see if your friends or wife trust you when you put that over their head. Just in case somebody does do that trick, it's pretty guaranteed not to fall out.
There is this one.
Yeah, that's good too. Love it. I'm on board.
Okay, let's change bowl.
Again, if you use the same bowl, really clean it out and put it in a separate container.
And now we mix the sugar and the egg yolk.
So Chef Filippo, for those that don't know, I mean, why are they separate? What if you just had all the egg yolks and the egg whites all together? What happens?
Let's go ahead with the recipe so you see. We're gonna mix the mascarpone and soften the mascarpone with the egg yolk.
Okay.
And as I said before, there is no way to have this consistency on the egg white if they're all mixed.
You can't do it.
No,
Okay.
you make a frittata.
So you're saying basically the mouthfeel and everything of the dessert will be not good.
Is just the consistency.
Yeah, consistency.
Flavor-wise, I think you can have a like a tiramisu drink.
Yeah.
Done with that.
Oh, that sounds like fun, actually.
But it's never gonna get the air emulsion together. So you see, even the yellow, it gets so airy. I'll stop and show you very quick before I start to add the mascarpone cheese. See?
Oh yeah,
how
totally
dense.
Completely different. Yep.
Okay. And now we start adding the mascarpone cheese. Do this 3 times, no rush. We want that emulsion to absorb the mascarpone little by little.
Our friends at Mitoso are on board. Hey guys. So everybody knows, if you just joined, we're at the stage where we are mixing the egg yolks with the sugar and adding a really high quality mascarpone cheese. And per chef's instructions, adding it slowly. No need to rush. So basically he broke up your container into about 3 portions. Nice.
Now we see something coming out. We're done.
Looking good. You leave it there for just a second. Don't move it. Yep. So everybody at home, when you have your kits, hopefully you have a similar texture and consistency.
And now we take our big bowl. Don't need this anymore. Now we just mix.
Yeah, Kara, I agree with you. This does look amazing.
There you go. All in. Now take your whisk and start mixing it
That really looks pretty.
from the bottom and gently, so we don't break the emulsion we were talking about.
So this you would do by hand. You wouldn't
Yeah.
put this back in the mixer.
No.
Okay. That would be a rookie mistake.
It's gonna ruin
I'm just saying that the color is beautiful. The aromas are beautiful.
the sugar cloud.
Now, one thing we do for folks is these really thin but sturdy metal bowls that Filippo's using are super light. We can get them for you if you want one. Wow, that's delicious. Really delicious.
And now let me get a spoon.
Oh, do we get to try it? Oh, we have to wait. Thought you were getting us a spoon to try it.
Mix your sugar because the coffee is cold, so it's not gonna dissolve immediately. And use some coffee at a time.
And to be clear, this is just straight espresso coffee, right?
Yeah, espresso will work. That's mocha.
A mocha, okay.
Why I use a plate is revealed right now. So take a empty plate and put your Savoiardo.
Ah. Can you say what these little biscuits are called again? A little bit slower.
Savoiardi.
Is that like a brand name?
Is the type of the biscuit from
Okay.
Savoia.
Savoia.
So you see that they absorb quite a while of coffee, and you add more on the way.
Nice.
We won't reach this consistency where you have a soft outside, but
The inside's still firm.
I'll crack one so I
Yeah.
show you, and you can realize.
Yeah, got it.
So coffee all around. That's why I put it here to rest. All operation needs to be quick. Boom, boom. That's very much depend on the quality of your Savoiardi, so the brand you choose. Sometimes they absorb more, sometimes less. With Pavesini it's a different story again.
Yeah, there's a key question here. Can you add rum to the coffee?
Yes,
Why
but
don't we
we're
do
doing
that?
a
Family version.
kid-friendly version.
So the
Actually-
answer is yes, yes, and yes, it sounds like.
Yeah.
There was also a question on our cooking class for next weekend. What we're doing next weekend is we're entering into the mysterious and sometimes challenging world of risotto. So we're gonna show you how to make the world's best risotto. We're gonna be doing it, risotto can come with a lot of things, artichokes, scallops. We're gonna be doing it a classic Milanese way with bone marrow. So in your kit for next week, not only are you going to be provided some of the best rice that you could ever possibly get for risotto, but we'll be supplying the bone marrow and more. So next Saturday, we will be doing a cooking class on risotto. You want to tune in? I think for that one, we should have a really good...
The special guest is saffron on the kit.
Yeah.
Which is the gold.
You and I have to do some work on tasting some great Tuscan red wines between now and then. We got some new great Tuscan red wines in, Chef, that we'll have to try this week and find one that we'll recommend with the class.
I'm ready. Whenever you are.
Perfect. Anyways, next week, risotto.
Almost done.
Yeah, for those of you with kits, you're kind of in the final stretch a little bit. If you have kids or wives or husbands around, tell them to get ready for a great
our
tiramisu.
dessert is ready.
Hopefully you did get this Moscato d'Asti. For those of you that maybe tuned in late, this is our recommended wine pairing for this delicious Italian dessert. Oh, chef, if you have a minute, tell them a little bit about the history, because it's not thousands of years old, right?
I don't know what you mean with history, because there is many history, and some place the tiramisu northern Italy, some I heard claim paternity from Sicily, but of course it's from Tuscany, as everybody knows.
I don't know. The story I heard is from like near Trentino at a restaurant, but it was only first introduced in like 1965.
Yeah, it's a pretty recent.
It's not an old thing. And then it just spread like wildfire.
If you don't use this thing with the film to flip it like I want to do, you don't need to do this part. You can go with the cookies, biscuits straight in the pan. So now we build our tiramisu. It's like a
if you do have kids in the house, this is a perfect time to let them arrange them in some fun way.
Yeah, you can take a plate and put another layer of mascarpone cheese, other 3 biscuits, another layer, and it's done. It's portioned.
Yeah, you can experiment in any way you want.
But the real tiramisu, you want to taste it the day after, or at least after a couple of hours that is sitting in the fridge, because everything gets blended together.
Like congealed together?
Yes, congealed. I like this word.
Yeah. So my advice would be just have a bite or two to make sure you didn't mess it up, and then put it in the refrigerator and come back in 2 hours. Or longer. Longer you can wait, it sounds like the better, but I don't know if you want to wait.
No.
I hate to keep saying this, but the aromas from this, the mixture of the mascarpone and the eggs, the egg whites, egg yolks, the sugar, it's really good. Now, you were just kidding about tiramisu being invented in Tuscany, right?
No.
Really?
There are some credible sources.
Okay. I'd love to see those sources.
I will provide it right after the class.
Yeah, for those of you that don't spend a lot of time with people born and raised in the wonderful country of Italy, you learn that every region believes that they invented basically everything to do with wine or cooking.
True thing, we invented everything. Where is the big? Can be northern or southern recipe.
Yep.
Everybody wanted paternity. Okay, now we are allowed to make.
So for you, you like to do 2 layers.
Yes. Again, you can play with tiramisu the way you want it.
Yeah.
You can use, if you want to do it for young kid, you can do it with strawberry juice and strawberry in the cream, and soak the Savoiardi in the juice. You can do with any fruit, basically, with peach.
Yeah.
My daughter loves peach tiramisu.
Oh, peach tiramisu.
Yeah.
I like that. Can we do peach tiramisu when peaches are in season?
Of course.
Great idea. Now, there is a really good question. There's somebody that's been watching that's a little bit surprised, I think, that there has been no vanilla added.
Why?
The question is, no vanilla.
No.
You're just saying no need for vanilla.
I think that the strong coffee taste will kind of kill the vanilla flavor, but of course add a little vanilla bean is not gonna hurt. Now we cover everything. If I made the right calculation, we should be good.
So to be clear, I want to do this peach tiramisu when peaches are in season. We need to remember to do that.
Have you seen my spatula? All right. Here. I want to take out everything of this.
Yeah, the key, talking about our class next week, the risotto, what a lot of people don't know is a lot of it has to come down to the rice you use. Sadly, I think your average American just sort of goes rice is rice. It's just something you buy in a bag and you're done. But the rice is kind of like grapes for winemaking. I mean, there are, like for example, the rice that we're going to provide you in the cooking kit that you hopefully get for the risotto is a rice that's grown on only one exact small plot of land in one area just kind of south of Milan that's known for growing some of the best rice in the world. And then each of the rice kernels are then almost like sake are individually buffed and harvested, and it's a big deal. And so the rice quality is key, and as you maybe know, the rice you use for risotto is not the same as what you use for paella, which is not the same as what you use like for sushi rice, which is not the same as you might have in a rice bowl from a great Japanese or Chinese restaurant. So yeah, rice is something, if you're just kind of on your phone and you're just kind of milling around, learn more about rice.
Okay, it appears that we did the right calculation.
Yeah, it looks like you did it perfect. Are you going to do the turn it upside down thing?
That's something really risky. So before I want to show
it. We should do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But before I want to show you, don't do it home.
And don't do this over the top of your partner's head like you did with the bowl.
Okay, now you have your cocoa powder, which it adds bitterness. So that's kind of as you please.
Okay.
I like a kind of a thick layer of this.
Okay.
That's our tiramisu. You can eat it from this pan. You can play with put something here and make
like a design.
A design.
Nice. Like if you're having do this for a birthday.
Yeah. Put a written name of the birthday guy or girl, and he's gonna.
That's really a smart idea.
Stay here. Now, the way I did, we should put it in the fridge and let it rest
for like at least 2 hours.
At least 2 hours, so it firm it up.
But in a perfect world, if you want to have this for Sunday lunch, you make it on Saturday, and it sits overnight. That's the perfect.
That's
world.
Perfect.
Okay.
Sitting on the
just so everybody knows, you want to make it a day before you eat it.
So now, let's call it a day. That's the tiramisu. Let's try to flip it without any refrigeration, but again, that's probably a failure. So call the class off. Okay. So this is, we're showing you what not to do. Not to do, but you can do it in 2 hours for sure. Actually, my plan this morning was come and do a one, let it sit. I woke up too late and give it a try.
Okay. Let's see. Drum roll. Drum roll. Okay. Hey,
it worked.
It's holding together.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe it's kind of floating down a little bit.
Yeah.
No, it's, there we go. Great job.
And now,
Yeah, that looks great.
let me get more cocoa powder, and I show you what I was talking about.
So you have the cocoa powder on the bottom and the cocoa powder on the top.
Yeah, you want it on one side. So let's say, just for this purpose of this video, wait. Can you get me a knife? Let's see if we can make a design on this side.
Okay, yeah. For those of you with the kits, hopefully yours is now sitting in the refrigerator, though there was nothing wrong with having a little bit of a bite. Hey Denise, good morning. There's Denise, she just joined us. Wave.
Oh, there is a scissor here somewhere. Scissors. You can see that that wasn't planned.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
So
So all he did was, okay, this is interesting.
keep one.
Yep.
Give me the cocoa powder.
Okay.
I got
let's
it.
see.
Let's pretend that that's Solare logo, for
Okay.
example. Remember, I did once with Solare logo.
Whoops.
You can.
Okay. Yeah. Just simply do it with, have your kids do this with a simple napkin. Yeah. Perfect.
Or just reverse.
Yeah.
Put something in here, the mask, so when you lift it.
Yeah. That's a great idea. Yeah, so you don't have any, you don't need something fancy to create your stencil.
See, that was the word I was looking for.
Stencil?
Yes.
How do you say stencil in Italian?
Stampo.
Stampo.
That's basically it. If
Okay.
you wanna give it a try.
So everybody, you should definitely have a little bite just to try it. But as we said a couple of times, keeping it in the refrigerator for a little while is good, just to let it firm up.
See our layer.
Yeah, it looks great. We're gonna have some with some wonderful Moscato before we get started with our busy day at Solare. Okay, well, Chef Filippo, thank you, my friend. That was great. We're gonna let everybody go and get off with their days. Again, if you want to get a kit for next week, it's going to be risotto, and it's going to be made by the incredible chef Filippo Piccini. Again, it's going to be not only risotto, but it's risotto with the best rice, which we'll be talking all about next week. And we're also doing it at the Milanese style with, oh, thank you. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's good. Really good. And it's going to be with Milanese style with the bone marrow. Okay. Everybody, thank you. We will see you soon next
Ciao.
week
See
on
you next
Solare Live.